Hey guys, happy Thursday. Kim raised the question, and the question is, does she have to participate in the country heat competition? And this is a video, live video that Alvara had posted in Leadwell Legacy, excuse me. And basically, it's gonna be something that they're gonna do jointly with the competition that Carl is doing, where he is going to be giving more money or a lot of money away, up to $3 million. And all you have to do, and I'm going to get all the details, for you guys. But basically, all you have to do is be a part of a challenge group, be posting, doing workouts at least 3 times a week, which is something that we're already doing. Drinking Shakeology 5 days a week, and just really, being active in that challenge group at least 3 times. So, through the application, through what I utilize. And so what Leadwell Legacy, is doing is that they want to encourage more coaches to be a part of it so that they can earn money as well. I'm going to get, again, the details for the money piece. But what I was saying is that shame on me as your leader that I don't talk about this that often. And this is the real deal. Carl gives money, Beachbody gives money to 2 people every single week, $500 every single week, and it's just for submitting your transformation. So once you finish a program, guys, once you finish I can't think with Matthias yelling, but once you guys finish a program, you should be sending your transformation photos to not only get a shirt, but it automatically enters you, to win money for the challenge. I mean, just everyone who was at Summit, you guys experienced live, they gave $26,500 to 2 people, to 6 people, $25,000, and then 2 final, winners, top winners or whatever you call them, $100,000. So right there, what is that, like $400,000? So Beachbody celebrates, getting healthy and losing weight and just really learning about this lifestyle. So we have to promote more of this. And so it's going to start with me promoting it in our team page so that everybody's aware of this. And then also the, what's it called again? Fitbit or something like that. Fitbit or Fitbit or something like that. So I'll bet on Fit. No, that's not it. Hunter just made something up. And honestly, that's how I felt for him. He used to make stuff up, and I would be like, it sounded real good, and I was like, oh wow, he's so smart.
I'm in sales 20 years. That's how it works.
You're right there. And then come to find out, after I really knew him, I was like, hang on, that wasn't true. He's like, I just
too late.
I just tweaked it. But anyway, so to answer Kim's question, I think I did. I'm doing a different program. I know the Rosas are. It doesn't have to be Country Heat to participate as long as you're working out and you're doing something. They just want to promote that program because as a new release, we should be encouraging it to our new, challengers and new prospects. And we obviously need to support the business by also buying it ourselves. And I know I got it. So. I'm gonna make Jorge dance with me though.
You have an outfit to go with it?
Actually, I might wear that dress that I wore to that country, party. So maybe someone can lend me a cowboy hat. But anyway, so tonight we just wanted to share our experiences. So those folks that are here that went to Summit, don't hop on. I see all of you here. We just want to really just hop off. Did I say hop on? Mm-hmm. Hop off. Don't hop off because I just want to share the goodness with everyone who did not attend and really just stress the importance of going to events. And while I understand that, for everyone that went, it was a sacrifice in, monetary or time-wise with your family and all that. So I know that Cindy has to go because she's supposed to be at a wedding. So Jorge and I were going to start, but we're going to give you the floor right now so that you can go back to the wedding. So if you want to share some, anything that really just stuck out from Summit that you want to share with the team that they should literally put into action right now.
Yeah, so I think the most important thing, and after I came home and I saturated everything that I saw, I think I realized how important I am in people's life when I commit, when they do purchase a challenge pack, or more importantly, you know, when they chose me as their coach. You know, it's not about a challenge pack anymore. It's not about hitting Success Club. You know, it's about what
Uh-oh, you're cutting in and out.
is
I know. You're in and out. You're in and out, so do you want to like hop it?
Sounds like you could,
Cindy, I don't know if you can hear me, but your connection is not good right now. Do you want to hop off and then hop on again? Hop back on? Do you think she can hear me? Yeah, she went off. All right, so first I'm gonna start by saying that I was super excited to just be around our coaches and be able to celebrate together and learn together and bug out together. And you know, obviously the ones that were here were able to experience that. I'm trying to like see if you can see me better, not just my head. This is weird. I feel like we're lagging too. No? Hang on, guys. Sorry. What is going on? Yeah, they can see me. So anyway, so basically, you know, just being able to bond and be there, you know, with our family and just be there with, you know, the team, with our team, and not just be there by ourselves was like big for me. So the last day was it's lagging, right? Is it lagging? I feel like it's lagging, but just to be able to share our struggles, to share, you know, our takeaways, to share our hang on a sec, I have all right, no, that wasn't I thought you guys had questions, but so anyway, so just being there with each and every single one of you guys was a really great experience. Sharing, crying, celebrating, that was big. The other thing for me was, you know, just really, Melanie Mitro's speech was powerful. She is this introvert. She says that she's just a mama. You know, she has like a messy kind of, she's like a mess, she says, right? And that's how she describes herself, you know, wife, a mom, and just a mess at home. And she is like the #1 coach for 2 years consecutively. And all she did, and this is what she said to us, literally, she outworked every single one of us. And that's exactly what she did, literally. You know, she woke up at 5, or she still wakes up at 5 every single day, you know, and then she, you know, she has allotted times to work the business, focus time. And so that to me, it hit home so bad because of the fact that I'm not good with time management. And I think the whole team knows that. And, you know, and I love this business so much, and I believe in this business so much that I sacrifice time with my family, time with my son. And, you know, and when we were speaking at the end of Summit, you know, I shared with the team that I'm not going to be doing that anymore. As hard as that is to me, because, you know, I care about each and every single one of you guys, and I care about this business, and I care about the vision for my family and the vision for the team. But the way she painted it, you know what I mean? She was like, I wake up at 5 when everybody's sleeping. You know, and the majority, and it's so true, the majority of people are sleeping. You know, and then, you know, she does whatever she has to do, her workout, her personal development, whatever else, maybe her power hour. And then she spends time with her family. You know, right now, I guess the kids are home from school, and then she spends time with them. And then, you know, whenever they're napping, then she does more work, and then she does, you know, dinner and blah blah blah, and then she puts him to bed, and then she does more work, team calls and all that greatness. So that to me was huge, because we have the tools to succeed. It's just that we're not practicing it, you know. So basically, to me, that was like a big one, to come home and organize myself in terms of my time, because I've been saying it for a while, and I think you guys are probably like, yeah, Gab, show us. And I'm going to show you guys, because I owe it to myself and I owe it to my family. So that was a really, 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 really big one for me. I mean, I have a book full of notes, but I want to open it up to Jorge if he wants to say something.
No, yeah, I just wanted to say the same thing that I said that night over.
He's like walking around naked, guys.
Papi. Sorry. Little malfunction. All right, so no, what I wanted to say is I had a blast, you know, hanging out with everybody. It was really the first event for us in 28 months that we went strong. You know, we had 14 people there, and for us it was fantastic. You know, the support. You know, Gabby just feeling that finally a lot of the work that she's been putting, you know, day in, day out has been paying off by seeing the team there, and everybody supporting each other. I think that the last night was strong for me, you know, just seeing everybody sort of, you know, very vulnerable, because I think you need to be vulnerable in order to progress. And I really think it started with Sean T's presentation, which was very powerful. You know, it was, you know, something that I didn't expect, and I think it was pretty shocking to a lot of us. To me, it was. And his presentation, and I think that just led to a lot of us being vulnerable and open with the team, and I think that allows the bond to get stronger. You know, like I said, consistency and patience is what pays off in this business. And like I said, I don't work the business day to day, but as I told you guys, I support my wife wholeheartedly and what she does in the back office. But you know, that consistency over time, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to do this. You just got to have the will and the passion and want to help people and change your life. And it will. We saw a ton of people rubbing elbows with a ton of people that make a true living out of this. It's not a pipe dream, as I say, as a lot of people say. And you could just live a great life. And that's what we want to do, is live a great life with everybody and just enjoy it and not have the pressures of life, corporate America, because that's what I'm trying to get out of. But anyway, other than that, like I said, it was great. I'm looking forward to the next event. I was happy to see everybody there, and I felt like we were in the Big Brother house with the cameras on us, and nobody got voted out, so I think we were good. But other than that, that's all I have. So, you know, it was a great trip. Who wants to go next?
All right, puppy.
All right, so I'm going to open up my next call, my Zoom call on my own. I'm going to take my team and just come and meet with me and meet this the right way. Oh, she's back. Damn, she's back.
No.
She never gives me the spotlight.
I did. I gave it to you.
More one nugget than I have all of Summit. That one nugget you gave us summed it up that's it. I'm done. Peace out. Oh damn! I think that when I slammed my phone down, I must have messed up my volume. I can't hear you guys.
Sorry, I had you on mute, babe.
I was on mute the whole damn time? Wow. No respect, no. Come on.
Yeah. Anyone else wants to go and share the goodness?
I'll go. From Summit, I would say you know, I know that I had said to you, Gabby, yeah, we're going to go there. You know, there's a lot of things we already know, this and that. But it's not about what you know. It's about the passion that people have behind it. And, you know, we're all knowledgeable. We all know what we have to do. It's four basic things. But the passion that I saw out there with those superstar diamonds, the passion I saw with you, with Audrey, with everybody on the stage, that's what separates people. I mean, Gary Vaynerchuk said, I'm going to give you everything I got. I'm going to give you all my nuggets. I'll give you 99% of what I know, or no, I'm going to give you everything I know, and only 99% of you, or 99% of you are not going to do it. Only 1% of you are going to do it. So I'll tell you everything you have to do. And that to me was like, oh shit, you know what? He's telling us the truth. And he was like, yeah, you know what? Go and get a Snapchat account. Go and do this. Go and do that. And so I'm trying to implement things like he said, one at a time, and not overwhelm my team. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. You know, I learned stuff from everybody out there. You know, I went out there and I talked to Carolina. I talked to Al Butters. I talked to Jamie. I talked to Michelle. I mean, I actually had some good talks back and forth with Jamie, and got some info. We're doing a Fit Club. I'm going to put my event page up in the next day or so for that. Just little things on how people do what they're supposed to do. And it really kind of came all together in Summit, and just becoming a team over there. It really felt good just, you know, knowing that it's our own business, but at the same time, we run it elite. Like the way that we're running things, it's crazy, because all the money that's spent at Summit, all the money that's spent in the company, and we don't have to really shell out anything out of our pocket. This is a business we can grow from our home. You know, and you keep saying that, and we keep saying that, but I see it so much closer every single day. And with every workout that I do, with every person that I help, and seeing those success stories that people are sending out in Team Advent, the stories about, you know, you changed my life, you did this, you did that. It hits home to me, because I see the people that are struggling and struggling, and it's crazy, but it when somebody says that you helped them or you saved them, it's so impactful. So Wendy and me, you know, we took a lot of notes, and we have our book, our Advent book, and we're going to implement everything day by day with our team, not to overwhelm them as well. And, you know, we have our to-do list of what we're doing. So we're going to roll it out one by one. And I hope my team understands that, you know, I want to give you guys 200 pieces of information, our team, and Team Advent, and I know you do as well, Gabby. And I started seeing Josh Coates' video. I didn't see the whole thing. I saw part of it this morning. But he had a lot of good nuggets, so everybody should definitely go and see it, because it really means he really breaks it down on what you should do from the first parts of what I saw. So for our story, I mean, what
Hi guys. For me, Summit was an amazing experience. You know, obviously being there and seeing so many coaches out there, and you know, everyone with the same vision, and wanting to help others live healthy. And that to me was, you know, like, wow, you know, and just everything was good. Like the seminars, being able to work out with the Beast, that was amazing. And I think just us being together, I thought that was a great experience to be in the Team Advent house. I felt like we were in a reality show, right? The real world, Beachbody world. But it was like to be able to be there together, and we're all working together as a team. That was amazing for me. And I can't wait to be there next year, and, you know, to continue doing what we're here to do, which is, like you said, Gabby, you know, we're all here in this team for a reason. God put us here for a reason, and continue to, you know, rock out. I can't hear you.
I just want to add what Rudy said about, and then I'm going to pass the mic to someone else, but what Rudy said about Gary. And I think everyone that was up on the stage shared their tricks and tips, right? Like their secrets, basically, right? But everyone has been sharing these things with us day in and day out, but ultimately it falls on us to put them into action. And I think the issue is that we get so overwhelmed with life and everything that is thrown at us in this group and that group and whatever group, that's why I try to say, you know, because I've had conversations with many of you that are feeling overwhelmed or what have you. And I say, hey guys, you know, I need you to just focus on the 4 vitals. That's it. You know, and if everything else has to like go to shit, then everything else has to go to shit, because as long as you're sure and inviting and working out and showing publicly that, you know, you are proof the product works and you're working on this right here, and then you're recognizing your peers and you're recognizing your challengers and your coaches, then everything else is going to fall into place, and you're going to start to maybe add that one training onto your plate, right? And so Gary nailed it, and I wasn't going to come home and not get on Snapchat. I was not going to be part of that 99%. You understand? So it's getting into that mindset that, you know, there's so many things that we can do to make a difference, but really just putting it into action. And it really just starts with us. And, you know, I know that for the team that was out there with us, I shared, and I'm going to openly share with you guys here, that at times, because, you know, obviously we do a lot of typing in the Team Advent chat as well as voice notes. I like the voice notes because you guys can hear my voice and you guys can hear, you know, my tone of voice, and you can hear, you know, that it's coming from a good place. Besides, everybody that knows me here personally knows, you know, my heart. And if you don't, obviously you guys will get to know my heart. But I am the type of person that when I believe in something wholeheartedly, I go all in. We just had our Push to Diamond call out, you know, an hour, right before this call. And Nilda mentioned that, you know, if I came back, I was going all in. And I've been all in since I started this business. And as you continue to see success story after success story after success story, and success story that is close to home, right? Why wouldn't you go all in? And so when I come into the chat or I come into the, you know, our page and I talk to you guys about certain things that we are doing or certain things that we have at our fingertips and we aren't taking advantage of it, I might sound like I'm angry, and maybe I am, because I'm your leader and I know it works, and because it's frustrating because I'm human, right? But only because I want the best for this team. And meaning, you know, if you succeed, everyone around you succeeds, because we all benefit from each other, right? So it's not like only this person can work, so everybody. No, if we are all working this group, this team will blow out, right? I mean, we did it last year. We all came together and said, we are going to be an elite team, and there was nothing standing in our way, right? And because God was by our side and he pushes through. And so I apologized to everyone who was there if you guys ever felt like I, you know, came at you a wrong way or you know, or made you feel bad or you felt offended, you know, I apologize, because that is never my intention. I always just want to, you know, be able to lead you in the right direction and make sure that I can help each and every single one of you achieve the goals that you shared with us. The other thing that I shared was that, you know, I'm pushing the members of this team that have told me they want to work this business, that have told me their goals, that have told me, you know, their why and why they want to continue to push forward. But I also said, you don't have to work this business if you don't have to. You don't have if you don't want to. You don't have to be a working coach to be a part of Team Advent. Team Advent is a family. And that means that if you just want to, you know, focus on your fitness, that's cool, because that's what Beachbody is all about. I mean, it starts with fitness, right? And if you can't get yourself right first, and it starts with fitness, and it translates into other areas of your life, mentally, emotionally, right? And then if you decide that you want to pay it forward, that's cool too, even better, because we are now helping other people. But we always have to remember that it is a business of helping others. So if you're in this business to make money, if that's your first priority, then this is not the business for you. Because I have to be honest with you, you have to be in this. You have to have a desire to want to help the next person in order to succeed in this business. And your bank account is going to be a direct reflection of the amount of lives that you change, period. And I've always preached, you know, on that. But I just want to make sure that everybody on this call, or everybody who listens to this call, is fully aware that if you feel in your heart that you are not ready to pay it forward and that you just want to focus on your fitness, we are okay with that. And you will continue to get our support, and you will continue to get, you know, our push in any area of your life, right? The motivation, that's what Team Advent is about. And that's what, and I explained that for those that don't know the definition of Team Advent, there's two definitions for Team Advent. The first one is it's a complete transformation of an individual. And a complete transformation is physical, mental, spiritually, emotionally, and financially, right? And this is why Jorge and I, you know, do personal development. And whenever we have the opportunity to bring it to you guys, we give it to you guys. So, which brings me to we starting the what's it called, the War on Debt next week. But more details to follow for those individuals that earned it. But basically, we want to make sure that you are a successful individually, not just physically. Obviously, we want you to be physically and healthy, right? But we want to make sure that you are a well-rounded individual. And so we want to make sure that you are aware. And then the second definition is the second coming of Jesus Christ. That's why I went with that with that name. But I just want to make sure that everyone here is aware that wherever you are in your journey, we are here for you. We love you no matter what. And that's, I think that was one of my biggest takeaways, that I wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of, you know, of my vision for the team. So sorry, I just took over that. But anyone else wants to share that was at Summit? Go ahead, Jamie.
Hi, good evening, everybody. To what Rudy said also, I think the three things that really turned it for myself, and Michelle's got her own views, but was when Shaun T spoke, when Gary spoke, and I'm not sure if it was Melanie Mitchell or one of the coaches, and I wrote it down in my notes. She put, there's no plan B. So Michelle and I have our vision boards, and we're going in our direction, and there is no plan B. So I want to make this my full-time career, and Michelle's on the same page. This is what she wants to do, and we both share our same passion. So just when you hear everybody talk and see all the real lives and the kids, and even when you see like the other coaches holding babies and stuff like that, it's just like it really opens up your eyes. And then to what Rudy said also, when you get all the feedback and when you're around like other people, I always thought that I was in this by myself. And now when I see all you guys and all the coaches there, it's like, like there is a place for this in this world. So it was just good to see that. But I know for me, when Gary spoke, and he was very upfront, and only 1% of us, are going to make it. And then when he spoke about, he went onto some of our pages, and he's like he couldn't believe the stuff that he saw, because yeah, we want to be millionaires and we don't want to work and we want to have cool jobs, but we're not doing the work. So my focus right now is that I'm not going to let anybody outwork me. So whatever time I have, I'm going to dedicate to this business. I'm going to make sure that my family's taken care of. I'm going to make sure that my main job, I'm doing everything that I have to do. But, really my focus is that, I'm going to make this. Michelle and I got to make this happen. And, like I said, there is no plan B. There is no going back the way you did to the life that, not that it was a bad life, but it's not the life that, we want to live with. We want to have more kids. We want to be home. So the thing that really stuck out for me was that there is no plan B. This is it. So the end result is, this, Beachbody. Anything good?
Hey guys. Mine was, of course, seeing you guys, meeting you guys, some of you guys for the first time in person. And what drove me was seeing a lot of the top coaches in person and hearing their stories. So short and sweet, I will go back as a 4 to 5 star diamond coach next year.
You just up that.
Huh?
You up that?
You up that from our last conversation.
Well, remember Audrey, what she said yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
2 days ago?
Because you said
I was gonna go back. I told her I was gonna go back 2 to 3 star, and she's like, no. I believe you can go higher. So,
and it's funny because that's how we feel about this business. Like I remember I was sharing the story with the pushers, and I was saying how when I went for diamond, I was like, it was in May, and I said I'm gonna be diamond in December. But then when you realize how simple it is, and all we got to do is help other people duplicate the stuff we do, then it's not that hard.
No, because I mean, Jamie will be a diamond. I want to get my mom to a diamond, so that's an easy 2. So my work is, like you said,
3, because
my job right now is to, like you said, get 3 people that are going to duplicate what I do.
Well, no, 2, because your mom, Jamie, your second business center.
That's right. So 2 more. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Awesome. Anyone else wants to share? That was there. Anna was there. Jan was there. Bernie was there.
I'll share. One of the things that I really got out of this was a particular quote from Tracy Morrow's presentation. And it basically was from Kid President. It says that things don't have to be the way they are. I'm going through like a really tough time right now in my life, and things in my life don't have to be the way they are. They don't have to be this tough. So it just struck me. I'm like, you know what? I can work this to a point where I can change how things are. And that just fueled me to try and do something better, to try and get back my diamond rank and then work for Star Diamond by the end of the year. So at the end of the day, we don't have to keep living the lives that we're living now. We can get something better.
Awesome. I like that quote too. He was so cute.
I know.
That video was so cute. And guys, before I forget, Ana Tejeda is actually posting videos because she is so good at that. She recorded videos and she shared already the Gary Vee. So make sure you watch that. And she also shared the one from Shaun T. So make sure you catch up to those because they're like 20 minutes, if that. And then she's going to continue to post throughout the week. And, you'll be able to really you weren't physically there, right? But you'll be able to really take in what the speakers shared with us. So make sure that you are able to do that when you have like 20 minutes. Maybe that could be your PD for the day. So make sure that you catch those recordings. Anyone else? Carol, Bernie?
Yes. Joe.
Miran, go ahead.
So it was very inspiring going to the summit. And I think that many of the top coaches, I think they spoke about, be a leader, but be a leader from your heart. And I think somebody said, and I don't remember who it was, he said, healthy mind plus healthy body equals a healthy business. And then he says, pause to inspire and educate and commit to help 3 people. It's our duty to help others. It's our duty if we are, if we believe that we want to stop obesity, it's our duty to help others. And then this business is just going to come very organic because you're leading from your heart. So, I think it just remind me how people being in Summit and seeing all these coaches and seeing all these people believing in this and being so inspirational, is just so easy to get sidetracked by, all the drama that sometimes we have in our personal life, So, yeah, that's my take.
Thank you. Yeah. I have that highlighted as well, Inan. That definitely makes sense, So thank you for sharing that. Anyone else? Carol, Bernie?
Bernie, you gonna go? Do we have to go?
Yeah.
Honestly, the workshops to me felt like Coach Basics. So it's stuff that you guys tell us all the time and that we've learned, and I watch a bunch of videos, and it's stuff that we've been told already and that we actually know. Some stuff was a little bit new, but I felt like it was Coach Basics. The general session with Chalene Johnson and Shanti and Gary Vaynerchuk and even Maysoon, that was more of a breakthrough for me, because we know what we have to do. It's really time management, consistency, and just getting shit done. But it's more of like we all have this something holding us back, whether it's mental, emotional, whatever it is, because we don't stay consistent for whatever reason. So those 4 were the ones that stuck out for me, just because they gave me a wake-up call. Like Chalene told us to be unique and be us. Shanti told us that we have our own backs, and, you know, he gave us his story. And Gary Vaynerchuk basically told us to get off our asses and just work. So, and then Maysoon, that was different because, you know, she talked about like illnesses that we can't see. So that hit home for me. So I just think that we all know what we have to do. We just have to stay consistent and really, like you said, care about helping people. But we're our first block. Like we're our biggest enemy in this business, I think, because I know I'm my biggest enemy. So just gotta do the 4 vitals and do something extra every day, and we got this. Peace.
Yeah, the definitely the ones with the coaches, the breakout sessions, were many things that we have heard before, but sometimes, you know, someone else says it a different way. It kind of makes sense, and the skies open up, the heavens open up, and you're like, oh, you know. So, but definitely the general ones were really, really touching. So, all right, Bernie. So you, baby, we can't hear you.
The quiet assassin.
I had a bad connection the whole time. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So yes, I agree with that last part. A few of us actually spoke about how the workshops felt a little basic. I actually felt proud that my Gabriella already taught me all of that in Coach Basics. But like you said, some things did come a little differently, and some were the speakers. I would say some were a little more interactive and engaged than others. But yes, the general sessions were my favorite. I wrote a lot of quotes down. I mean, basically what I took back is that we all are here for a reason. We have to be content with that and believe it in order to move forward. I know invite is number 1, but I feel like personal development has to be the higher one in order to even do the rest of the vitals for me. Shailene, know yourself, trust yourself, like you, share your story. It's all about emotions, hope. I also got to see Tracy Morrow. So she had like 5 C's, which was choose, communicate, collaborate, commit, and check in. And then she went into all of them. I don't know if you guys got to hear her too. So, really choosing and knowing your why, sharing passionately with family when it seems like that's a block. Things happen. Don't let that deflate you. Process is, are you in this for the long term? And honest and humble conversations, again, whether with your significant other or with someone who maybe doesn't understand why you're doing it, that they know how strongly you feel about this. There were a few, I couldn't write the whole quotes, but there's one, days are expensive, spend wisely. I have to look for the whole one. That's by Jim Rohn. Define your legacy. If you don't, someone else will. And one I really loved, if you don't do you, you never get done and the world misses out. Get real with yourself.
Yes, girl. I have it written down to say it. That was one of my favorite ones. That was amazing.
So there was just a lot of little things I wrote down, you know, passion zone, your purpose, core values, life of no compromise. All these things for me just spoke out, and we have to be good to go further in this. We have to be good. We have to be healthy, minds, you know, everything in order to move forward. And it is about helping. That's really the primary purpose. And paying it forward.
There you go. I love it. I agree with you 100% that it's PD, and then that kind of trickles into every other place. And obviously, you know, I stress that a lot, that if you're lacking in one of your behaviors, you're going to feel it in your business. Because, you know, whether you're, you know, not inviting enough or not doing a lot of PD, you know, we get in our own minds. When we stop working out or eating healthy, we don't feel confident enough to post, right? So it really just trickles into every area of our business. So I definitely feel that if you're right in the mind, if you're right in your body, then like what Iran was saying, then you're good in your business, right? It's a healthy business. So I agree with you. I'm gonna share some quotes too. And then I'm going to leave you at that. And, you know, I might elaborate in one or two, but not really. But so you always, this is one of the breakout sessions. You always pass failure on your way to success. And that is just like so true, guys, because I have to say that I failed so many times at this business, a ton of times, and I will continue to fail. But those are the people who succeed, the people who are not scared to fall on their face and then get back up and say, you know what, I did that wrong, but I'm going to try it this way again. Because if we stay on the floor and just sulk about it and cry about it, then, you know, we're never going to succeed. So just remember that it's okay to fail. We must fail in order to succeed. So just keep going. The other thing, and this is from Barbie and Scotty, from Barbie Kalev and Scotty Hobbs, this one really hit home for me, was read and apply it to your life and teach it to someone else. So personal development, read it, which is why I'm doing this with our future diamond. We're going to read it. We're going to apply it, because you can collect all the information you want, but then if you're not actually putting it into action, even if you fail, right, then you haven't learned anything. And then we're going to teach it to somebody, because that's how we, you know, then make sure that our team is growing. So make sure that whatever you are learning, you know, whether it's in PD or in a seminar or whatever, then you are applying it and teaching it to somebody. And if you're teaching it to someone, then it's going to stick. So that was a really good one. Gary V, he was, again, that one's already up, so make sure, yeah, what, puppy? Make sure that you go into the page and you watch that one. But one that, you know, he just was real about it. You know, I'm giving you all the tips and tricks and my secrets, and 99% of you are not going to, you know, execute. And which is why I've been going live, which is why I got on Snapchat, which is why I jumped on IG story. You think I'm comfortable with it? No. I mean, you know, being in front of the camera is not my strength, but you got to do it. You got to do it. I went live, you know, and then I saw my sister go live, and I think she had gone live one time before. She was cutting some pepper. and then but she was vulnerable yesterday when she went live, and I said, gosh, if she could do it, you know, why can't I? And I know that Rosas go live often. Carol goes live. I know Anna has gone live. So, you know, Gladys has gone live. So it's really just putting yourself out there. And you could start with videos if going live is scary. Because I know it was scary for me. And I did a lot of videos before I could put myself out there. I know many of you here have done videos already. So I know Kim does videos while she drives. Right, Kim? So the one thing that he said was respond to every message on social media, guys. How crazy is that? Sometimes, you know, we are just so busy that we put something on and it gets so many comments, and you don't go back to see what people are saying, what people are asking. So make sure you take the time every day to respond to those people, because you are connecting with your audience, and that is how they're going to trust you. And then Tracy Morrow is the one who said what Bernie said: if you don't do you, what is it? If you don't do you, you don't get done.
If you don't do you, you never get done, and the world misses out. Get real with yourself.
So, and it's important, obviously and it's so true, right? And there's another quote about I've seen it before, where if you don't build your own dreams, you'll be building someone else's dreams or something. It's kind of similar to that. So, we have to really focus on that. Let me see. Melanie, she said, I couldn't have done it a fingernail done. So that's her mentality, right? And that's why she is where she is today. She has worked so hard, and she says, I couldn't have done it a fingernail more, which means that she went all in. She left it all on the table. There's no excuses as to why we can't do the same. I mean, I think that we love to find all these excuses. My kid is sick, the husband is this, the job is that. Like, they're excuses. Ultimately, they are excuses, because we could wake up an hour earlier, or we can go to sleep, an hour later. And this is a huge joke in my house, but I literally always fall asleep with the phone on my face, because it hits me on my face every single night. Because I am like that, into this business, that I make sure that the last thing I do is either check in my challenge groups or check in, invite, or whatever it is that I'm doing. But I am so exhausted that the phone falls on my face, So that quote really hits home for me as well. The other thing was, who's this one from? I can't remember. This is from Bonnie Engel and Amy Silverman. Be yourself. It's not about being interesting. Just be relatable. So don't try to imitate anyone else. Just make sure that if you go to people that you admire, why do you connect with that person? Chances are is that if you connect with that person, right, those are the type of people that you are going to obviously also attract. So, take away the good things, obviously, but make it your own. You can't never just copy and paste, because that's not authentic, and people won't connect. People will know that's not you, because people know who you are, especially, those folks that already are connected with you. And then once, even when you are posting and someone doesn't know you, but then you get on the phone with them, and then they hear you, they're like, hold on, that doesn't sound like the girl I've been talking to, right? So we always have to be real and authentic, because people want to connect with you. We don't have to be anybody else but ourselves on social media. And I think that's all I have. Matias went crazy on my book. I don't know if you can see. You see that? And those are his takeaways. But anyway, and then the last thing is from, which I love, the last workshop we had, which was with Ali Upham and with Chelsea Pearson, and they talked about getting results. And that's really what it comes down to, getting results, and it all starts in the challenge group. If we can show our challengers a great experience, that's how I started this business. I focus on those challenge groups, and sometimes, you get like a little busy and you're like, oh, but they got it. I was talking to Nilda about this the other day. My specialty has always been to be a freaking sergeant with their meals. And guess why does that have to change? If that worked before, why does it have to change now? And I know there's a lot of coaches that talk about, you have to delegate, or you have to change things up because now, your business is growing. But it's about getting our challengers results. And if we're not getting them results, guess what? They're never going to become coaches to want to pay it forward, or they're never going to refer anyone to us. So we have to definitely focus on getting people results. And even if they join us or not, our job is to help them. And the man upstairs is going to repay you. He's going to multiply it, whether with that person or other people. So it's definitely the law of, what's it called? Law of motion. No, the reap
what you sow.
Reap what you sow. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, so that's all, guys. If anyone has any questions before we go, or has, you know, any other comments or.
I wanted to say something just really quickly. One of the things that kept coming up during the summit, and Card Deichler repeated it various times, the importance of being proof of the product or product of the product. And I think with that new thing that they're having us do, where they want us to follow their own challenger tracker, I think that's important. Obviously, like what you were saying, Gabby, that in the challenge groups, we are the first ones out there. So we have to make sure that we are showing them that the product is working.
Thank you, Wendy. That is very important, you know, and it's about getting people results and showing them results, because that's the way you build credibility. So, you know, I'm not saying that that we have to be at our goal weight. I'm not saying that, you know, we have to have abs like Wendy, but
I want abs like Wendy.
Well, me too. But what I am saying is that every single day, every single week, we have to show people that we are progressing in our goal. We have to show them that, you know, what we have does work. And that's really what this business is about. It's a fitness and health business. And if we're not, you know, tackling that area, we're never going to be successful. So, well, thank you guys for jumping on. Very, very important. Very, did you guys need to say something? Jamie, you were waving? No? Oh, okay. Thank you, Wendy, for closing it out with that thought. That is a very, very true thought to our business, and we'll leave you with that. Have a great night, everyone.